security guard let him walk. You get paid he get paid to protect that security guard. It's unfishy with him. That's why he deleted his Instagram.
Officials confirmed one of the 3 people think was rapper King Von from Chicago, who was here last.
The Atlanta court system just dropped the full file on King Von's passing, and it's exposing details the public never had access to before. According to the records, hospital staff told police that Von was actually revived and survived long enough to undergo 2 surgeries, which completely changes the timeline people thought they knew. Things took a dark turn when reports say Von was startled after a nurse entered the room, and that sudden moment allegedly triggered his final collapse. Made it through 2 surgeries. He had 3 surgeries to go. He made it through 2 surgeries, and then after the second surgery, he hopped off the bed and started fighting the nurse and said, "Where's gun at?" And he went into shock through surgery. How hours later Kayla know about some he fought the nurse. She the one told me that his mama didn't even know that. How you knowing what's going on inside the hospital? That she was there, and even wilder documents say he appeared to be searching for a firearm that he never actually had on him, raising serious questions about what was going through his mind in those final moments. Here's where it gets strange. This information only became public today. Yet Bowie said in an interview 2 years ago that Von didn't have a firearm that night. Like you said, the King Von situation, like there was absolutely no reason for Van to be rolling around with that dude. Like there was no, especially since he had security. Like, someone should have jumped in. You should have never even. I almost feel like Strap, but I almost feel like if you real sad, man. Sad. I mean, the whole King Von thing is really kind of angry for everyone right now. That me up, bro. I like King. How would someone outside the investigation already know the detail unless information was moving behind the scenes? What really has people talking is what police hinted at next. Investigators noted that King Von may have been backdoored, meaning someone close could have played a role. Allegedly, he had paid security with him that night. People whose job was to stand firm. Yet, when chaos broke out, reports say they ran instead of holding the line. Security guard let him walk. You get paid You get paid to protect. How do you let him walk over and fight? You ain't supposed to let him fight. He ain't supposed to be touching nobody. Security guard. If anything, you make sure Quando them leave. Whoever else they was with, you make sure they leave. How you let him walk over somebody that's the reason y'all here. The reason everybody in this parking lot here. Because this man right here making the money and y'all's entourage. That security guard. It's unofficial with him. That's why he deleted his Instagram. So, I definitely feel like it's foul play. I don't know where it's coming from. But I definitely feel like it's some weird going on. When you stack all this with what Van's father has publicly said about his own son, the picture gets even heavier. Too many gaps, too many questions, and way too much silence around the people who were supposed to protect him. This is where things start getting real messy because Vonnie's dad stepped out and said he heard his own son was cooperating, then straight up accused him of playing a role in King Van's passing. He didn't stop there, either. He claimed that Lil Durk allegedly knew about what was going on behind the scenes. I'm gonna give you this. It's a back door, and I got all the pieces. That's all I'm gonna tell you. A.S. Durk asked Vonnie, is it open? Vonnie told him it's off the hinges. Wait. Are you talking about the King Von? Listen very carefully. When the payment was made to Little Tim the next day, or the same day, Durk asked Vonnie, was it open? This is what he asked him. Was it open? It was his exact words. Was it open? He told him, it's off the hinges. Are you saying that Vonnie backed King Von? No way. That was right. You heard what I just said. Guess what? You need motive first, right? I got bankers that'll testify that, or will make a contract, or make a statement to you, and let you know that this is the amount of money he had. This is what he had. This is that another. You need motive first and foremost. I got text messages from the lawyer, letting you know that who told on Durk before who told on Vine. At first, people couldn't wrap their heads around why Durk would ever want Van gone, but police records added a strange layer to the story. Authorities noted that Dirk and Vaughn were actually tied up in a court case together around that same time. Something most fans never even knew about. What really raised eyebrows is what happened next. After Vaughn passed, that court case quietly disappeared into a private settlement, and fans immediately started connecting dots. Many believed the blame was shifted onto Vaughn, conveniently closing the case and letting others walk away clean. Why would Dirk want Van? Let me give you this. First of all, you didn't sign your rights over. You ain't a number 360 deal. First of all, you can't bring nobody into the business, and in you they outpass, they surpass you. How you bring me to the table and I pass you up? Don't nobody want their cheap spot taken, do they? That's interesting. Dude was a select dude. He was signing the boys. He was signed. He was along was no, that's interesting. I did find out that Vaughn didn't have any contractual ties to Dirk. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. He wasn't even tied to him. How is this his friend? He lied on Eli on Breakfast Club and said, "Hey, you think your man will be sitting here with $300,000 worth of jewelry on and he not have an attorney? He got a public defender." Then social media added fuel to the file. Fans pointed out a pattern where Dirk allegedly went live on Instagram almost immediately after multiple passings. King Von, Lil P, and FBG Duck. People started speculating that going live could be used as a digital receipt, a way to say I was online if questions ever came from investigators. Vonnie's dad wasn't finished either. He went on to claim that Vonnie also had a hand in orchestrating Lil P's passing, pushing the situation even deeper into controversy and street whispers. You take my advice. He ain't responding no back to me because this is on a tablet. He on a jail tablet when I sent that to him. He ain't responding nothing else to him. I told you he can't take my advice because they playing. They made the self get caught. This is what come along with it. They want to get caught. You understand me? So, that's what you mean by trenches paint. Okay. What you mean trenches? What? I don't was it you that said that with the whole narrative about Bonnie? Snitching with the text messages like that? Yeah. I don't know who said that, but that was me. That was a focus. Everybody was trying to make it seem like that's what the text message is about. That's just saying we're going to type out to and this, that. And with me saying Vaughn, some people like, well, you'll tell some ain't gonna lie I said that in my video. I free know what the V name was for no. He ain't gonna tell no, you can tell just like you orchestrated little you orchestrated. And guess who you were despite all the noise reportedly documented the entire timeline of November 5th, 2020 laying out how the night of King Vaughn's passing unfolded step by EP, leaving fans torn between official records and the explosive claims still circulating today. Vaughn and his crew were getting ready to slide out in Atlanta for his album release celebration, a night that was supposed to crown King Vaughn's run and lock in his momentum. The vibe was victory. The mission was simple and nobody in that circle thought the night would end in tragedy. When it was time to move, they rolled deep, around 25 people spread across 8 different vehicles, moving like a full operation. Even Van's manager later spoke on the security setup, saying they had measures in place. Security that move with Van, and he traveled with 2 more securities. You know what I'm saying? Vaughn traveled in a proof truck. And not only that, his guys are security, man. He travels with 10 to 15 guys daily. They protect and love Vaughn more than any security would. Where I think we're about 8-10 cars deep. A 2025 on Entourage. And everything felt controlled at that point. The party itself went smooth and wrapped up around 2:30 in the morning with the original plan being to head back to the hotels and call it a night. But at the last second, Van switched it up on his own, telling his driver to reroute to another spot, the Monaco Club, which would end up being the turning point. Body mind leaving the club is that we're going to a hotel and Airbnb because that's normal routine. The club he went to, the after hours wasn't getting paid for. I didn't have no acknowledgement of this team that have no acknowledgement of that was a complete bondage. That decision changed everything. Van's truck peeled off without telling the rest of the team they were heading somewhere else. leaving that vehicle isolated and out of sync with the rest of the entourage. Everybody else that was with us driving to the Airbnb, and Vaughn literally went to the venue by himself. As we got a call later from people in the car like, hey, bro, we here by matter of fact. I think from his DJ was like, hey, bro, you know we here by ourselves, like, where you guys at? And everybody rerouted to that. When they arrived at Monaco, they were briefly by themselves, which had people uneasy. The rest of the team eventually caught up before anything cracked off, but the energy was already different. That's when Van's manager noticed something was off. Instead of his usual high-energy presence, Van sat quiet in the car for nearly 30 minutes. No talking, no hype. Reason Bond wasn't himself. This man is like, I promise you, to the best artist I ever moved in my life. For some reason that night, it was off like we stayed in the car for like 35 minutes. Just locked in his own headspace, like he felt something coming but couldn't explain it. After sitting in the car for nearly 30 to 35 minutes, they finally convinced Van it was time to move. Before he even stepped foot inside, some of Van's security was sent in first to check the club and make sure everything was clear. Went to the car he was in. I was like, yo, Vaughn went inside the passenger seat. I'm like, yo, Vaughn, bro, what's going on? Like, everybody here waiting. Let's go. He was like, all right, let's go. We're telling security, hey, it's time to go in now. Vaughn's ready. You know what I'm saying? We've been here too long. Let's go inside the club. They check the venue. Go inside. Check the outside. Make sure there's what nobody realized was that the real tension was inside at all. It was sitting in the parking lot. One of Van's people spotted Quando Rondo, and his crew posted up in a white vehicle. And that sight instantly shifted the energy in the air. Right before we go inside the club, one of his homeboys, it came to the car and said, hey, so-and-so's here. And Van just jumped up like, oh, come on, let's go. Before anyone could slow things down, King Vaughn hopped out his truck fast and headed straight toward Quando. His team tried telling him to chill and fall back, but Vaughn wasn't hearing it. He walked around the front of the vehicle and confronted Quando head-on. Jumped up, jumped out the car. By the time Van jumped out the car, I don't even think he knew where so-and-so was. He just jumped out the car. He bumped into so-and-so. As soon he bumped into so-and-so started, and seconds later, the situation exploded. A fight broke out, and Vaughn ended up on the losing end of the scuffle. That's when Quando's close associate, Lil Tim, reportedly came from behind the white car and discharged a firearm toward King Vaughn in the street, turning chaos into catastrophe. Van's people, who were still armed, fired back, hitting Lil Tim and dropping him just a short distance away, as if things weren't already out of control. 2 off-duty officers arrived on the scene and also discharged their weapons, creating total confusion between both sides. In the middle of all this, King Vaughn and Quando Rondo were both down on the street, lying just feet apart. Some witnesses later claimed Quando tried reaching for Van's chain, while Van's manager believes Vaughn was holding on to him as a shield during the chaos. You try and take Vaughn's chain, or honest truth, I don't think Roy had no jewelry on, and from the people that was a little bit closer. Vaughn was actually holding on to him like, man, you ain't going nowhere. Like, you heal, like, even through getting heat that strong, like, he was literally, once the gunfire stopped, everything turned into a desperate race to save Van's life. Van's close friend, Maiwap, ran into the street, picked him up, and rushed him toward a getaway vehicle without hesitation. At the same time, Quando's team grabbed Quando and Lil Tim and took them to the very same hospital, setting the stage for everything that followed. Surprisingly, King Vaughn was still conscious during the entire car ride to the hospital, and that part hits different. He kept telling his people that everything was going to be okay, trying to calm them down, even while he was the one fighting for his life. I was in a car. I myself wasn't there. The gentleman that was in the car with him was panicking, and Bond was the one that was like, hey, calm down, slow down, chill, I'm going to be good. Just get me to the hospital. And honest truth, we all thought that the way he was carrying himself from that incident, from what I was told from the people in the car, that he would have been fine. Once they arrived, Doctors rushed Van straight into surgery, where he went through 2 separate procedures in an attempt to save him. Reports say he later became startled by a nurse in the recovery room. And during that moment, while reportedly searching for a firearm that was not there, his condition suddenly declined, leading to his passing. The news spread fast and sent shockwaves through the entire rap community. Made national headlines as officials confirmed one of the 3 people was rapper King Von from Chicago, who was here last night with friends. 2 groups of individuals got into a physical altercation. That physical altercation escalated into an exchange. Fans, artists, and the streets were all left stunned trying to process how a celebration night ended in tragedy. Attention quickly turned to Wando Rondo and Lil Tim, who were identified as being involved in the incident. The public waited closely for their side of the story. And when they finally spoke, Wando addressed it through music. Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% know them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid that it could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out or whatever. It could have got handled in a legit way in the end of music. While Lil Tim said that if Van hadn't acted the way he did that night, he would still be alive. Like I was just protecting my little brother. When you did finally find out that it was King Von, how did you feel? I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid underscore last night, still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama sit like that, cause I could easily get on that type of stuff and then be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't no that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like they ain't never popped that off. That would have never happened like that. Lil Tim survived his injuries and was charged the following day in connection to King Von's passing after going through the legal process and securing strong legal representation. The charges were later dropped after a self-defense claim with his attorney stating the case was dismissed before any indictment, but the streets didn't see it as over. Van's people reportedly refused to let the situation rest, and retaliation followed, leading to the passing of Quando's close friend Lil P. Search is on for 3 people who police say as Savannah rapper member his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the act. That moment flipped the pain back around, putting Quando in the same position Van's circle had faced earlier. What made it even heavier was fans resurfacing lyrics, where Lil Durk appeared to reference Quando's reaction to loss, and later lines from a diss track, where Durk suggested he wasn't just a rapper, hinting at real consequences behind the scenes. Lyrics that reignited nonstop debate. This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight. Now listen close. If you want the real stories, the raw breakdowns, and the truth the streets whisper but never sleep on, make sure you turn on notifications and subscribe to Rap Link right now. We drop heat every single day, and tomorrow's upload is going to be even crazier, even deeper, and absolutely unmissable. Smash that like button, share this video with all your homeboys, and let your voice be heard by dropping your thoughts in the comments. We'll catch you in the next one right here at Rap Link, where the truth of the streets lies.